Hello, this is Bandit, and welcome to the last quarter-final for the Variety Cup. We've played things a little out of order just while we were waiting for the drafts and civ picks to come in, because I was not doing it for myself and Naga. So we did that via Leaf, who was able to get things sent out to us. So yesterday we covered Silvertongue versus Games God, which was an amazing set. Definitely recommend a rewatch on that one. Some very close games and a great example of aggression versus resilience. So we did see, spoiler alert here, but as you can see, Silvertongue was unfortunately eliminated in the best of 5, going to the final game. So today we are going to see who's going to face Games God in the semi-final. It's either going to be Brightspark or Naga. And to kind of get this out of the way, because otherwise I will forget, Promi sent me a message ahead of the game saying, in his words, for the sake of everyone, please comment out this line from my script. So I'm going to show you what that is. Basically, he left in some chat spam. So you can see here in his, this is in the initialization script of Naga. And here we can see chat to all SDASF. And apparently, under certain circumstances, that can be infinitely spammed. So he said to comment that one out. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And if there's any objection from Promi from that, I'm sure he won't because he asked for it, but you can say so in the chat. But that is all that I'm changing. I'm going to close that down. I did say what it stood for, I forgot. I'll leave it for him to explain it. I made some joke about the AI not targeting skirmishers, but apparently not related to that. So let's now look at the the draft for this one as well. So, because I think we had a fair bit of tactical drafting for this one. So let's have a look, because Leaf sent me the summary of what happened. So first of all, with this one, I banned Land Nomad from this one, whereas Promi banned Rivers for the first map. Then of the maps that were remaining, the 7 maps, Arena was rolled as the Game 5 map, and Leaf rolled 1v1 as the team size for it. Then the remaining 6 maps were split into 2 groups of 3. So I was given Arabia, Team Islands, and Yucatan, and Promi was given Baltic, Fortified Clearing, and Michi. So I chose Arabia as preferred, followed by Yucatan, and Promi chose Michi as preferred and Baltic as second. So Fortified Clearing and Team Islands got removed. Then Promi chose 4v4 and 3v3 for my maps, and I chose 4v4 for Michi and a 1v1 for Baltic. So either way, we're going to be starting with a 4v4. So I've got a roller to see whether we start with my own maps or Promi's. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. Open, hybrid, hyperboom, hybrid. Yep. And right, still got that on the window. Let's go ahead and roll here. So if we roll Brightspark, we start off with Arabia. If we roll Naga, we start off with Michi. We are going to be starting off with an Arabia 4v4. And actually that is the only role we'll have today because everything else has been picked. So why do we not start off with the fifth map? So the fifth map is always a decider. There was a bit of back and forth about this in the Discord, and I think, Randy, you were one of the people who said about favoriting the losers map. So the original plan was to alternate between the two, and then a few people in the Discord mentioned about why not have it so the loser random and then losers. Yeah, I think though, like having the decider be the map that no one picks is a more exciting endpoint than ending with something that someone's picked. So we've got Arabia as our first map here. I will double check civs because it's been a day since I picked these. So for Brightspark, we have Aztecs, the Jurchens, the Hindustanis, oh, that's Naga, and the Teutons. Hello, Promi. I've commented out your chat spam. Jurchens. Am I mispronouncing that? Naga. Okay, so we've got pigs for Naga here. We've got nice flip here. We've got Teutons as well. We have these some Illuminati civs. Berbers, also Jurchens, and Huns. Well, I found this quite difficult because there was a couple of civs I would prefer to use on multiple maps. So this is where kind of the one civ per map I found a bit of a limitation, which is good. So it's forced me to mix them out. We want this on fast. Everything else seems to be selected okay. Some exciting picks. Let's see what happens. Same with Brightspark. Got some interesting ideas behind this one. We'll see if they work. What doesn't help with Brightspark is at least this version of it. So sometimes I release tournament versions where I optimize for the best strats for it, whereas this one still has quite a bit of random elements in it. So I don't actually know if it will do the thing I'm aiming for it to do. It might roll something different. So that's always a fun element. Is this Arabia? It doesn't look like it. But there we go. Okay, so we should be in the game. Let's go ahead and click that. We'll start with Naga. Again, this is Arabia. We should have some solid builds here with decent starts. This would have been probably some of our most tested maps. So hoping not to miss any geese along the second circle around here. There we go. Going with the other members of Naga, already hunting boar. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, I think with Bright Spark, I'm confident on one of the maps. I think it could go either way on the others. But we'll see. It's never a given game with Naga. I don't think we're missing anything. So this is a deer Arabia as well, it seems. So no strange chicken antics. I think this boar's just been found. Yes, it has. Good. And we're trying to push a deer through the forest, and unfortunately the forest is just a little too thick. So that deer will remain there for a bit. This looks like a faraway mill, but I think it's just the elevation making it look further away than it is. I think Naga's doing an okay job there. Again, not too surprised. We might find that Bright Spark tries to do the same thing here and push through a forest. And there we go. So actually Bright Spark's in a very similar situation. Eventually Bright Spark will build a mill. Oh no, the deer is moving around. There we go. We got lucky. But eventually Bright Spark will try and push towards a mill anyway, if it's closer. Again, nothing seems to be missed at this point. Oh, it does. Okay. Where's our scout? Our scout is stationary, as is this one. Weird. The two pockets hanging about. These scouts should be on a timer. So yeah, there they are. So if anything fails, they will move eventually. So not too worried. They will find what they're looking for. And again, we've got deer pushing over here for grey. So at the moment, it's looking like Naga's going to has the res to go up. So could potentially be the first to go up to Butyl. It's just waiting for Loom. Bright Sparks are quite close behind. But it is Naga that is the first up. We've got Huns. We have a load of potential cavalry civs here from Naga, and Huns give faster working stables. So Naga might be going for some synergy here with cavalry. So that's potential there. Oh no. Okay, so you know how I said about Bright Spark rolling for different strategies? It seems all of the Bright Sparks, despite this being quite a low possibility, all of them have rolled Fast Castle. I think for each of them, it's about a 20% chance. So the fact they've all done that is very worrying. Well, I hope Naga doesn't go for feudal aggression. We could see a reversal of roles here. We'll see. I was expecting the pockets to go Fast Castle. With 25 vills, this could either be aggressive Fast Castle or Castle Drop. So aggressive Fast Castle, sorry, in Bandit language here is just get to Fast Castle, produce, something like Knights, quick Castle Age unit, whereas Castle Drop is a different strat where when you click up to Castle Age, you're going all in on stone. What have we got? So we got barracks building up over here. We do have archers being garrisoned. Only a couple. Prioritizing fletching first. Lacking the gold for another archer at the moment. What's going on with red? Green has clicked up. Grey has the res but doesn't have the building, but that will go up soon. It looks like cyan is going either for... It is going for a castle. Okay, interesting. I think this might be going for a castle drop. It's going all in on stone. What a weird set so far. Oh no, that's awful. Okay, so blue's rolled sling. I don't think Bright Spark's meant to do that as flank. I wonder if it thinks it's pocket. That would explain why all of them have gone for fast castle. We'll see, I guess. But it's actually Naga that's on the attack. And Bright Spark needs to answer this. We've got Scout moving forward for Cyan. Thankfully, the villagers are doing a decent job of running away at the moment. But, okay, vills are going down. This is bad. Extreme AI does a 3 AI sling in a 4v4 game. It's pretty incredible. I think if it has an Inca player, then there's a chance that the other 3 will sling it and go fast imp, immediate, elite Eagle Warriors. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Wow, this Bright Spark's dead, isn't it? We've got double stable knights coming from grey, so it may be that blue holds orange long enough so that green, that's decided to go scorpions, is going to march its way in there. But this is a terrible start for Bright Spark. We've got 4 archers coming in, but this is solid opening here for Naga. Although Bright Spark's not lost too many vills. It's what, 5 vills behind? I'm surprised it hasn't gone for a tower either. I'm surprised this is going for 3 TC boom. We got Step Lancers coming in from purple. More aggression from Naga, and blue is getting crumpled over here. We've got siege being created by green. We've got knights still being made very slowly by Bright Spark. It's a disappointing show. Just booming from red. But Judge and Step Lancers, very nice. Oh, yellow coming in for a bit as well. Green comes over here, but green is still only archers, and they're against knights. I think they've gone into scorpions. We are seeing grey go in here as well, though. So we've got 2 attacking the flank over here, and we've got 2 attacking the flank over here. But red has been booming for a little bit. We'll see a couple of vills go down here. Some of this will get idle, but the TCs are in a good place. Meanwhile, blue's down to 25 vills. No one's coming in to help. We're going for Gulams. And yeah, the Teutons get the bonus armor, as do grey. So there is that. Green will be coming in with siege soon. Seems to be these step lancers seem to be somewhat passive. They're not diving under just yet. So this is giving blue time. We've got camel archers from yellow, and yellow's wandering villagers in here. But we're not doing enough damage here to red. So the village count very much creeping forward for Naga. We've got Gulams marching out towards purple. So the purple army's over here. Gulam's heading into the base, or towards the base. So we'll see what happens there. But we've got siege coming in here. Brightspark will try and stop this, but we'll lose more villagers while this happens. And really good aggression from Naga. Red's in a bit more bother here, dropping down to 36 fills, a load of knights in the area. And the Gulams have hit here as well. So we're going to see a little bit of idleness here from purple. Only 10 step lancers versus 11 Gulams. But I would rate the step lancers over the Gulams on this. Yellow's been left to boom. Who got treadmill crane? Green did. Oh man, and blue's resigned already. And this is a massacre. We should see purple move out over to green. Unless it comes back to defend. Military count slightly in favour of Brightspark, but villager count here very much in Naga's favour. Still just archers for green. Red dropping vills quite rapidly. I don't think it will resign anytime soon though. More Gulan spreading out over here. Looks like no pressure's going for green just yet. So the pressure now is on Naga. Knights are diving in. Which implies we've got siege coming from grey. There we go, we've got a ram train coming in. So we might see red go down soon unless he gets some help. Yellow has 11 camel riders and some monks. So may come in to help. Actually, yellow's coming in to help over here. So cyan is being kept at bay. We've still got pressure here, but it's actually yellow going imp first. Villager lead very much in Naga's favour. And the TTs will start going down for red. But I mean, purple's booming behind this. Army's starting to look a little scary, equal to the number of Gulams. We'll see these villagers fall. But orange is also going imp. How do scorpions do against camel archers? I would imagine pretty well. Green switching out into pikes. Yellow looks like it's moving out though. And purple is here bothering grey. Some of these reinforcements may get distracted by the Steppe Lancers. And Grey will try and defend itself. Green in the meantime, and Grey marching into Yellow's base. Yellow's still only 9 Camel Archers. Potentially overbooming a little. But we've got 2 Nagas that are in Imperial Age. This normally spells the end. So if any damage is going to be done, it needs to be done now. Good villager defense against here. I don't know if Naga scouted green. I feel like orange has been relatively passive. This TC is in trouble. Converted Camel Archers. Military still roughly level, though Naga will have the tech advantage for sure. Score lead, though, very much in Naga's favour. I think orange is reaching its final composition. We're producing Cav Archers, we've got a load of siege. It's gathering resources. Again, if Bright Spark wants any chance in this, it needs to do damage. It needs to do damage now. 2 of them have gone imp. Or they at least clicked it, but this will clear up Scorpions quite nicely. More pikes need to come this way for Bright Spark. Grey's been cleared up. Cyan's still just sending Gulams. The army's kind of stuttered a little bit while it's clicked up to Imperial Age, and that might give Naga the breathing space it needs to finish this. Yeah, cleared up. Very nice. Over double the villager count. And yeah, vastly outnumbered now. Military count going into Naga's favour. Just getting iron casting for Grey, so no Imperial Age upgrades yet. So Imperial Age probably not worth it at this point. Is going to try and march a load of cavalry in here. Red, gradually recovering. Did build another TC. Green trickling units in here. But look at orange. Orange pop caps coming up to it. We'll just keep upgrading units. Path and Tactics. We've also got Elite Steppe Lancer for purple. .23 Scorpions, but they will go down to Steppe Lancers pretty quickly. Actually, look at these Camel Archers, just soak up that damage. Really nice. Oh, and look here. 32 Gulams. they will try and defend here, but these are Castle Age Gulams and they're against Halberdier and Elite Step Lancer. That is not a matchup you want. And yeah, fast castle strats on the sides, particularly a slinging strat, is pretty awful for Bright Spark. It's not what I wanted. And Naga's initial aggression there, taking a player out really early, will comfortably win this game. And at this point, I don't think there's much Naga Bright Spark can do, so I'm happy to speed this up. Oh no, I can't. I can't speed it up because I'm dead. So I will see a few more vills go down, and then I'm happy to call this for Naga to get stats. GG. Naga 4v4. Thought this might be the case for this one. This does mean that the next game will be on Yucatan 3v3. And I mean, look at the scores here. Because I can't fast forward it, we'll watch his TC go down and then happy to call it there. But this is your classic Naga endgame army here. Look at that. Massive. Not too diverse as well. I think you find sometimes with Games God especially that he mixes into so many different units that he isn't able to get the upgrades for them, whereas Naga seems to specialize in different areas and get the upgrades needed for it. Really nice. GG. Similar to Pommy, I've got a strategy for Yucatan. So we'll see what happens there, but also great picks there from Pommy. But yeah, slinging as a flank. What's going on there? Naga actually with the early military. Hun's doing a great job. That Hun bonus as well, I think, really helped the other civs. A load of them, particularly the Jurchens there, going for Step Lancer, was able to keep the numbers up and hold off the Gulams. We did get a good number of military here from the Jurchens. I think the Jurchens for Bright Spark did do a good job. It was just the blue flank there letting it down. If blue won, or at least was able to hold off on its side, then I think the push on the right-hand side would have been a bit more deadly and slowed Naga down a bit. You just can't let him boom. Yeah, I thought you might lean into one of them with the 4v4. It was very nice. I wasn't optimistic of winning this one, but I know Bright Spark can win it. But on this case, it did not. Yeah, red and blue kicked in the dirt there, but the remaining civs helping out Naga better. Did pretty level as well on relics, quite like that. And yeah, Naga getting the earliest feudal age, Bright Spark getting the first castle. Decent castle age times for all. 6 TC boom, yes. Okay, so we're going on to Yucatan next. Let's set up the game for that one and see what civs we picked for it. So let's switch over so you can see. We are going to 6 players on this one. We're going to a map of 6. We're switching to Yucatan, which is at the very bottom. That all looks correct so far. Let's change that to Bright Spark over here. And again, not just going to rely on memory for this because memory is a little foggy today. In fact, I've actually got Pommy's picks first, so let's go ahead and do those. So for Naga, we've got the Byzantines, cheap trash. We have the Malay here. Well, I mean, who called cheap elephants, right? That was what you were saying. And then Dravidians. Dravidians get a nice wood bonus as well. So military buildings shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, we might see cheap skirms as well on the side. So Naga might be trying to go and win a skirm war. For Bright Spark, I went for Goths on the flank, followed by the Wu in pocket, along with Romans as the other flank. So, everything's set up. Let's go. So again, there's a bit of a random element here with Bright Spark. So infantry definitely is an option on this one. I'm also very aware that Bright Spark can do another strategy, which I hope will equally be as good against Naga here. So we'll see what comes out of it. We'll start with Bright Spark, looking at Bright Spark this time. So Yucatan, loads of food. Food to age up should not be an issue here. Goths will get extra food as well from the hunt. There's plenty of hunt here, loads of boars. So we should see nice, quick, decent feudal age from the Goths. No issues. The Wu, again, constant food production here. Is a pocket. Pocket does not mean that it always goes for a fast castle. And fix the names. Absolutely. Good shout. Let's go ahead. Cool. So yeah, we'll have ball being pulled in here by the Wu. That's all good. Romans, their villagers are a little bit faster at everything. So that gives them a nice little bonus. Infantry will get extra armor should they research it. So again, we should see a decent feudal age times from here. These are both flanks. They both should have high flank or feudal rush percentages. So hopefully they'll stick with that. I don't think they have high other strategies here in this particular position. The Wu's a bit more of an unknown. Again, a couple of things it might do, but we'll see shortly. Naga, on the other hand, wow, load of geese. Pushing in deer as well. Again, food's not going to be an issue here. For the purple one, we've got Dravidians. So the Dravidian bonus, just reminding me here. So yeah, we do get the extra wood, but barrack technologies are 50%. So actually, yeah, if Naga goes militia, which he sometimes does, he'll be able to get men-at-arms quite quickly, along with anything like arson. With it being cheaper as well, means also quicker to get those blacksmith upgrades. Yeah, I like the organised setup of the geese here. I also like that Naga is making the effort still to push the deer. like keep all of this food going in. It'll be interesting to see if he builds farms. He's milled both berries. Will he make farms anyway, or actually will he realise that he got enough food going on that maybe you don't need farms just yet? Liking these houses over here. This makes it a bit more awkward to raid. We've got one mill over here. And the Malay, we know, can age up super quick, so it'll be interesting to see if he delays feudal by... great, we've got idle vills. Oh no, okay. So I just saw the idle count skyrocket for Bright Spark, but I think it might have just been while they were garrisoning for a ball or for a scout. Oh, Purple lost his scout. That's what happened. Purple went under the TC, Bright Spark garrisoned, shot it down. So Purple has no scout, it seems. Green, in the meantime, has scouted yellow. So potentially might go on the offensive. Naga, again, the first to feudal age, 20 villagers for red. Interesting for the Byzantines. I wouldn't expect militia over here. I would expect spears and skirms. So I'm expecting another building to come up here. For red, it's got 7 on wood, 2 lumber camps. So we'll see what happens there. All of the bright sparks have clicked up. 23, 23, 24. 24 vills could be the aggressive castle age for Wu, or it could be slightly delayed. We shall see, like a slightly delayed feudal, which would be amazing considering how much food's going on. Red does seem to be lacking wood. We did get 2 mills on the same berries over here. We've also got 2 lumber camps. I imagine the lumber camps are probably on purpose, but the 2 mills maybe not so. Yeah, so they've milled the same berries rather than this one over here. So they are getting a barracks up. So they hit feudal, but they're only just getting a barracks up. So not much of a threat, I don't think, at this stage. Meanwhile, both Bright Spark flanks have militia. Both are already going men at arms, and the Romans are off to a flying start. They're going out to attack. Blue should be going out to attack as well shortly, he says. They're thinking about it. Not sure why they're not attacking, but we'll see. Maybe something happened with Blue Scout. So this scout is wandering off. So we've got some attacks going on here. Blue not attacking is a problem. Purple going skirm. Red going archers though, which is what you want. Blue should be attacking, so something's massively glitched out there. Again, not sure what's going on. Green going scouts. Not really what I had in the cards here, but probably will target the pocket here, which is going for Castle Age. Blue finally moving out. It's taken an age. Towers are already up. Got the buildings for Castle Age, but not the resources. That is a scary army going forward. And actually green targeting red as well. Red down to 25 vills. Bright Spark got a 10 vil lead in this one. Probably meant to pick Magyard. Very nice. But yellow actually is being left. Yellow is going to get to make those elephants. Blue's diving in under here. Will attack these skirms and archers. Not many numbers here from Naga, but blue needs to find damage to Vils. At the moment, 34 Vils. So not too much damage done yet. And if they wait around under this tower for too long, then these men-at-arms will get cut down. We're down to 15 already. 16 men-at-arms over here. Red down to 23 Vils. We should see more TCs drop for yellow, and we do. And no elephants have been spotted by Bright Spark yet. I would hope that they will try to switch into spears once they're seen, but these archers need to be cleared out first. Again, not much damage being done to Naga here on purple. Maybe once they're off gold. But the elephants are coming in. Naga is defending. And actually the Goths, they've clicked up to Castle Age. So the extra food there definitely helping. But purple is moving out. Red in a bit of trouble. This tower will go down eventually and these villagers will get hunted down. Yellow's moving in for an attack. Is it attacking blue? What is he going for? It's not producing any more units, which is weird. So that implies maybe it's going for some sort of tech switch. So these elephants will absolutely stomp over here. Monks, of course. Unfortunately, a little too late. Blue is in trouble. These guys need to hurry up. Cyan is about to click Castle Age. We'll probably make siege relatively quickly. And we are finally making spears here for... oh, but it's Cyan making them. No Cyan, the elephants are over here. It's blue that needs to make them. 3 monasteries though. Though I would say Bright Spark's monk control is terrible. So I don't see this ending well for Bright Spark. We are already down to 20 Vils. So Naga taken the villager lead again. And actually Bright Spark having a bit of idle eco as well. Attempted conversions. 1. 2. One of them's wandered off somewhere. They're going for relics apparently. Yeah, these elephants will stomp this TC eventually. The TC will try and target the weakest thing in the area. So it will target the low HP ones first. And going for another monastery. Never got built. Meanwhile over here, Cyan should go for siege. But instead it seems to be prioritizing TCs. Do we have a siege workshop? We do have a siege workshop. Green, on the other hand, very much sticking to feudal age. It's not what we want to be doing. And all of Naga... oh no, red isn't. So actually it's just 2 Nagas going for Castle Age. The second armor upgrade is in for these men-at-arms. So if they think they can take some TC shots, they will stay under the TC. So that's what's going on here. but I think his TC will eventually go down. 8 elephants from yellow. Wow, this TC is still standing. What's happening here? More attempted conversions, but both are targeting the same elephant. Oh, the the monks retreated into the TC. Interesting. I don't even know when I scripted that. We got some rams coming in. So actually, the spears here for Cyan, not too bad. If the elephants get distracted attacking other targets, the spears should get some decent shots in, and the elephants will get chopped down. Red has been mostly wiped out. Only one villager left, so they're changing targets. So blue is now attacking yellow to see if it can get any hits in, but there's a load of TCs over here. Scorpions coming in. Not many on food for Cyan, so not going to see that long swordsman upgrade anytime soon, I don't think. Believe is prioritizing ballistas. And of course, skirms will deal with the elephants. What was I thinking? It does look like the men-at-arms, though, are going around, and they will cause some disruption here to the 4 TC boom that's happening with Naga. With some idleness as well, I'd say the Vil count is roughly level in terms of working Vils. Red will be back to 100 Vils before the game is over. Needs a bit of slinging first, I think, but I won't rule it out. We got a couple of elephants that look like they've been converted. 13 Vils here for blue. These crossbows are waiting around, actually buying Bright Spark time. We saw Silvertongue have a similar issue before. Still over 100 Vils though for yellow. So despite being under attack here by several units, Naga's Vils, they've gotten so aggressive of late. Got some glitching around with those with the circling. These elephants will dive the TC. No castle for yellow, interestingly enough. Do we have any rams on the way? Hello? No, they're staying put. We need a 4th one, but the 4th one is going to be made. And that should move out. Yeah, there they are. But yellow is going Imperial. We know how this goes. This is what Naga wants. It wants to go to Imperial Age. Malay's elephants won't get much in terms of upgrades. So there is that. But we might see a switch into Karambits or something if they get a castle up. But yeah, very much pulling away with the villager lead. Feudal Age skirms here for the woo because we are still in Feudal Age. Come on! This was not the strategy I was hoping from the woo. I was kind of hoping a fast castle into Xian Swordsman. But there we go. We take what we're given. 4 TC boom here for purple as well. So even if yellow gets halted, purple is going to be booming right behind it, and red does build its TC. Doesn't have the food for anything just yet, but it is trying, and a castle does go up here. So we've got a couple of mangonels for yellow, but it looks like we will be switching into Karambits soon. Castle Age does finally click in for green. We might see those before, but actually we can see the... What? Crossbows dive under the TC. Purple actually losing... will lose a fair number of these. Alright. White Spark still with a military lead. Rams come in. I say military lead though, we don't really have much in terms of tech. They've got elephants. We've got feudal age skirms. This elephant is walking past the TC. It's found juicier targets, it seems. Have you researched heresy? You've not. Okay, that's bad timing with the conversion, it seems. But those units did eventually go down. Romans going for Imperial Age. Alright. We still haven't seen that longsword upgrade, although we have lost the men-at-arms at this point. It's mostly Scorpions. And I think this has kind of run out of steam a little bit. We've got light cav being produced by yellow. I believe blue has ballistics. No, it doesn't. These vills eventually, these rams will go down. Man, this TC is still standing. We have 3 villagers. Bright Spark's prioritizing military, it seems, which is typical Bright Spark. But yellow, we got Karambits, we got light cav coming out now. Green is saving for Imperial Age. Red dropped to 0 vills, but it still has a TC. So with a couple of resources, it'll make some more. Blue is resigning, which means that purple should attack green next. And this is looking pretty dire for Bright Spark again. Absolute disaster of a set here. $12 military for Bright Spark. Purple targeting Cyan. I mean, it'll do the job. Elite Elephant Archer. Medical Corpse. What does Medical Corpse do? Regenerating Elephants, great. So this should soak up. Long Swordsman comes in finally, but we don't have any men-at-arms left. Imp finally gets clicked for green. We do finally get the Jian Swordsman, but this should have been a fast castle charging in. Oh wow. We might see a couple of conversions here. I think they are targeting the Elephant Archer, but damage is being done. Switching into knights for Romans, a bit of panicking. Couple more conversions. The Jian Swordsman coming in to defend against purple. But again, yellow just producing behind all of this. Green spamming military now, needing to keep things out of its eco. It looks like as well blue did eventually deflect that attack. Ballistics does come in, tries to get a castle up towards the middle. Imperial Age finally does come in for the Jian, for the Wu. And it looks like purple is fully retargeting green now. So now it's scouted it. That's where all the focus is going. Still got 4 Barrack Jian swordsmen being produced. Conscription coming in for Cyan. And red is getting Vils. There you go. He is producing them. Cyan has reached its Vil cap that it's going for, but it is the elite Karambit warriors now pouring in. I don't think Scorpions deal with this. And look at that flood. Amazing work. 5 Siege Workshop Scorpion production. They might get a couple of kills in while the Knights soak up the damage. No, it's too many of them. Exceptional work. Green, massing units to come back, but hasn't got enough of them yet. Military way in favour now of Naga. Cavalier coming in, but the numbers are too big. I don't see them holding. The numbers are going down though. Bright Spark's numbers are staying the same. Naga's numbers are staying the same. I need to check if castle builders are already tasked to building the exact same castle and filter them out. Oh, so that's why they're stuttering. Okay, thank you. I was going to switch out to a group flag. Bright Spark's military stabilizing, it seems. I think Naga's going to switch out. We've got hand cannoneers coming in over here, so they're going to deal with the Jian swordsmen really nicely. So I think purple still takes this. Light blue will hold a little against yellow in these choke points, but we've got mangonels coming in here. You've got villagers desperately trying to take out those rams. And we do see Bright Spark's numbers start to dwindle. 36 hand cannoneers. The Jian swordsmen would have to be quick. I don't think they will be. No, and now the numbers plummet. Phew. Against the elephant archers, maybe. You got Hai Guang coming in, but I think it's a little too late, so they don't have the techs. And actually, we're losing on this side as well. The yellows are pouring in. Putting it out there as well. It's the 5 TC strategy again. We haven't quite got to 6, but Naga 5 TCs. And there we go, the swarm of Karambit warriors. Eco's gone for the Romans. A hand cannoneer switch was amazing against green. The elephants swarm in. And this is GG for Naga again, 2-0. We go into a third and what could be a final game. So Bright Spark now has to win all of these games to stay in the competition. That includes winning a 4v4 Michi. The odds are against him, particularly as I think this was his strongest map. So Again, a couple of poor strategy choices here throwing for Bright Spark, I think. But Naga being consistent. Give him space. Give Naga space and it will come for you. We can call it here. Amazing choice there by the Malay as well. Yeah, elephants coming in to protect the initial pocket. Great call. Let's call it here. GG. Oh, and I quit out, so I've missed the stats. That's okay. Let's go ahead and look at game number 3. So, Bright Sparks lost 2 games in a row. We've used up Bright Sparks maps, so we go for Naga's second map next, which is Baltic 1v1. So let's get that set up. I imagine Rorik particularly liking the Malay Elephant Rush choice for that one. So we are switching to Baltic. We are going to 1v1, so 2 players. Bright Spark, I can tell you, picked Dravidians for this one. And for Naga, we have Italians. It wasn't a super aggressive Elephant Rush, no. It was a... I mean, it was aggressive for Naga. yeah, probably beat me to it. Okay, everything's set up. Bright Spark, you got to do this. Let's go. Let's go ahead and change these names. Okay, this is a similar set to what we had with, I think it was Silvertongue versus Soldier. Had a big lake at the top, but actually a relatively short crossing. And a quick pace here to the opponent. I think that does favour Bright Spark. I don't want to speak too soon there. But shorter distance to the opponent without having to walk around stuff is normally a good thing. We got a good bit of space before the edge as well, so building outwards shouldn't be too bad, particularly for Naga. Will Bright Spark find these cows? Yeah, we will. There we go. We got deer here as well, so they will eventually get pushed. Naga gained the ball very quickly there. Also finding its deer and starting to push that. We found with... Oh, I hadn't really... would be great if they're a bit further away from each other, yes. I hadn't realised, Pommy, why you might have banned rivers. I'm now thinking about it. Because Naga in the first set had a load of villagers try and fish from the other side of the river. At least with Baltic, it's a bigger pool of water to walk around, so less likely to gather fish there. I'm guessing that's why you banned it. I mean, either way, it's working. Naga will also have a cheaper food cost for aging up as Italians. So should be able to go up a little quicker. We do have a dock from Naga. Yeah, Bright Spark wasn't great on rivers. I think mainly because it was targeting fishing ships when it didn't need to. But I think Naga had it worse with the resource gathering. Oh, this is dangerous. Long distance ball. But he makes it. There you go. Okay. Oh, and because it's a 1v1, I can actually put up the scores here. There you go. We have a fishing ship going for the shorefish, so it hasn't scouted the deep sea fish yet, though these fishing ships are not scouting, so it looks like a little bit of DUC has been done to correct the fishing scout bug. Naga wouldn't mind playing Land Nomad, I'm sure it wouldn't. I didn't fancy Bright Spark thinking everything was a pocket, so I thought I'd eliminate that because that's a guaranteed loss for it. 3 fishing ships. So this should be I mean, again, first to feudal. I think every game so far, Naga's been the first to feudal age. Dravidians will closely follow. 22 Vil should have a decent eco, will get a wood boost from it as well, so should have enough to produce military buildings. It does need to get a barracks up though. Hopefully it won't get distracted by a dock. We really want him to focus on land at this point to take advantage on the fact that Promi or Naga is splitting its resources across 2 areas. But 24 Vils for Naga, 24 eco, sorry. See those fishing ships. A load on wood. Should have military buildings coming up pretty soon. Don't have a barracks yet, but we may see that shortly. There we go. Barracks at the front of the base. Barracks at the back here for Bright Spark, so it will get the building up there. But it is Naga who reaches feudal age first. Yeah, you'd rather have your fishing ships actually gathering food. That scout's gone some way. We have militia being produced by Bright Spark on this one. So Dravidians have again, it's a bit of a roll depending on what they get. It could be militia. Sometimes they go for skirms as well, because they've got faster firing skirms as an opening. But yes, it looks like militia is the choice at the moment. Early double bit axe. Yes, early double bit axe because Bright Spark is actually doing its feudal strat. It's flank strat this time rather than its pocket strat for everything. So it should prioritize double bit axe. Men at arms should come in quite comfortably. They are moving out, but Naga's already it's already got a tower up, already producing archers, already got a second archery range up. And this is a perfect counter here. Getting the units up pretty quickly. Food is stalling for Bright Spark. These villagers on wood are staggering a bit. I think he's trying to switch into skirms. I think they've seen the archer and they've gone, right, we need to get archery ranges up quick. So all have gone to wood to get 2 archery ranges up, and then they'll switch back to food, which is exactly what they've done here. Naga still with the Vil lead at the moment. A little bit of disruption here from Bright Spark. Scout goes down. Other scout goes down. Archer goes down. But Naga's eco is safe. Skirm's coming in. It's not a great map here for Bright Sparks patrolling. Military numbers levelling out for Naga. Bright Spark with a slight Vil lead, but Naga's also switching into skirms, is also saving up, it seems, for Castle Age. So we might see if not enough damage is done here, Naga might age up and go for the tech advantage. These Vils should get distracted. This will do a bit of idling, which is great for Bright Spark. Archer and Vil beat Man-at-Arms. We have 5 skirms on the field versus 6 military for Naga. And this skirm is being chased by a villager. Very aggressive Vils here. Fletching coming in. Seems Bright Spark is retreating. Built a tower, so it thinks it's losing, which it's rightly so. Score is pretty close, and Bright Spark is building 2 docks. It's going to try and attack on the water, training a galley. I think it has scouted the enemy galley, enemy dock as well already. So it's going to march out with this. No, it's patrolling. Okay, so Naga's not trying to attack yet. We've got, because of the docks here, Vils are going to try and gather from the water. A little bit of multi-retasking here, which is not great. But Naga, spending its resources on military still very much still got an advantage. It's only the one galley here for Bright Spark, so hasn't detected much of a threat here, and possibly hasn't detected the fishing ships. Naga's taken the Vil lead. But the skirms are moving out again. These are faster firing skirms for the Dravidians, so in equal numbers in a skirm match, Bright Spark should win it. But it might also get distracted by villager targets. Okay, so the galley does move out. It will eventually target the fish. And Naga has clicked Castle Age. So again, if there's any distraction to be done, now is the time to do it, because we might see knights coming from the Italians soon. Do we have any stables? We don't. It's going for a castle. Or going for a stone, I should say. These should get cleaned up pretty nicely by Bright Spark, so it's good it's taking this engagement now. Naga doing the right thing here and running away. Not much idling happening for Naga though. Still producing skirms, so trying to counter. Vil numbers roughly equal because of the Castle Age click from Naga. We're down to 1 military, 0. But now they need to idle this economy, otherwise I mean, even a single siege workshop would do this, right? We are going to see stable. That stable's going to get denied, but Bright Spark doesn't have a full surround on this map. Going to keep idling that stable. Siege workshop going up, so we might see mangonel soon. This villager is committing to the siege workshop, it seems. So that's not going to get denied. Bright Spark is saving for Castle Age, potentially a little too late. 2 galleys coming here. The fishing ships are being targeted. So no more fish for Naga. The mangonel will clear up these skirmishes really nicely. The hope here for Bright Spark is that it can spread out enough that the damage, that it takes a really long time for this mangonel to get clear up the skirms. Don't think that mangonel ever goes down because of the repairer. Bright Spark switching. Okay, Bright Spark sees the mangonel, goes, skirms aren't going to deal with this. What can I do right now to try and attack this? Oh, it does go down. It starts training some men at arms because it's got some upgrades already. Bright Spark's going to try and idle some more over here. If it gets to that wood line, that would be particularly nice. Try and deny some of these going up. We have a fire ship coming up from Naga. I don't think these 2 galleys take this on. I think a fire ship wins it. Bright Spark will counter with a demo. This wood line's still going though. A bit of idleness here from Naga. We've got a garrisoned tower, which will add to that. The men at arms actually will take out some villagers here too. They will move faster shortly. The demo will approach. We had a fishing ship as well come from Bright Spark, but that will try and scout. This is awful. This is what we were talking about with the rivers thing for Naga. Bright Spark's doing the same thing. The demos are going for the dock. Not the best use of demos, but the dock will go down eventually. Meanwhile, these villagers are being kept idle. A couple more have gone down. Long swordsman coming in. Long swordsman has come in, sorry. Armor upgrade as well, so they might do a bit of diving under some of these towers. And as these villagers go out, Naga is starting to lose more villagers. Doesn't quite have the food eco to outproduce in vills at the moment, so the idling is working. Speeding up at the moment will hurt Bright Spark's micro. It will delay its TC avoidance, so it will lose its units to TC fire at this stage, which I think would turn the game at this point, because Naga just needs a bit of breathing space. We're going for upgraded navy for Bright Spark, getting the attack upgrades in for the men at arms, but not producing much in terms of military at this point. It looks like he's trying to get upgrades in. Bodkin will help. Also, if it goes back into galleys, it can also keep an eye on the vills on the shoreline. Mangonel should go down. Oh, they're not targeting it. Interesting. Why are they not targeting that? Strange. But they're taking out the vills that are trying to repair it. So Bright Spark's Navy patrols, and patrol behaviour will make demos target villagers along the water. Can be really nice if a load of vills suddenly gather under one fish, but at the moment it's just taking out one villager. We can see though Bright Spark with the villager lead here at the moment can probably afford to do that and keep Naga's villager count down. Also, these are wandering out quite far. Bright Spark deciding now Geist upgrades will now keep producing military units, so should go back to suppressing. And that villager does get found. Doc is so close to going. And Naga resigns. So, 2-1. It's not a 3-0. But our next game is a 4v4 Michi. Anyone who knows Brightspark versus Naga knows that this should absolutely be Naga's home territory. I will be hoping for... I'll be hoping for a trade block from me. I'm just going to put it that way. So we do get stats on this one. Yeah, it was just the superior skirms, I think. I thought Naga was going to win that with a bit of breathing space, but enough damage was done, it seemed, to keep it on the back foot. Economy was close enough. Again, the idling really helped. Naga again with a faster feudal time. And yeah, does villages over time. Let's get ready for game number 4. So let's change the view. Michi. Four v 4. Yeah, I like the strategy for that one. I think I wanted to guarantee that Brightspark had its production building, so Dravidians was just a great way of making sure that a 200 wood got into the bank. And then the faster upgrades for Militia here didn't hurt too bad. And yeah, I expected potentially archers or skirms from Naga, so it seemed like the best play for it. Okay. So, our picks for this map. Starting with Naga. Our flank is the Persians. Our pocket, we've seen it before, Saracens. Our other pocket is the Spanish. We're going heavy on trade and market here, it seems. And our other flank is the Turks. Yeah, I do like the war elephants. Okay, those are Naga's picks. Brightspark's picks for Michi. We're going to have Huns as flank. Followed by Armenians as one of their pockets. Followed by the Khmer as their other pocket. Followed by Celts. Yeah, Bengalis would have been a good pick here. Okay, I think everything is set up here. I do very quickly need to dash off for just a couple of minutes, but what I will do is I'll start the game just so it can get moving, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I will change these shortly. For the meantime, we'll have you looking at Naga. Naga, the Persian, Saracens for this one. Oh yeah, pocket and flank doesn't really matter here again. I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so let's change. I miss all the Dark Age action. What a shame. Yeah, hopefully we won't see any feudal age rush nonsense that we've had before. Also going to change the names here. Should tell you that all of these will cut as well. Again, this is Michi. If resources get missed initially, there's plenty of time to go find them. When is a trade going to happen? I think that's probably one of the questions we've got. What units are these civs going to go for? All going up at a roughly similar time. 26 fills for Naga, 25 for Brightspark. I think, yeah, it looks like Red, the Persians, with the faster working TC, is actually going to be the first up. So Naga gets the first feudal age for the 4th time in this set. Has anything broken yet? We've got some long distance gathering here. That is intentional, rather than might be a poor decision, but it's intentional at this stage for Brightspark. We got Celts moving up over here. Ooh, that is bad though. Hello, Huns. Long distance gathering from the Huns. I don't like that. I think this built on a straggler tree. I think it didn't scout a forest in time, so it's built on a straggler tree. That is terrible. Once it's got its buildings, it should build another lumber camp. There we go. It's got it. But not ideal. Letting Naga reach feudal fast was one of the first things you did when starting on Naga. Oh, good shout. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, the Nineville start could have, because it also missed some sheep here. Interesting. Well, the Huns are a bit behind. They don't have the buildings yet. They will get the wood for it, but they are going to keep producing villages in the meantime. We got long distance stone gathering here from the Khmer. Why? They should be. They have got. All right. So villager DEC seems to be going wrong here. So we have built a mining camp on stone. They're just not using it. They're using this one instead. Yeah, that's a little disappointing, but they are going to keep gathering stone from there for a little while. And everyone's going Castle Age. Loom finally coming in. These sheep finally found for the Huns. TCs. TCs everywhere. We have siege, and we have stable for the Celts. Got a mining camp for the Huns, but it's still going up to Castle Age. And we do finally get a castle looking to be built by the Khmer. Armenians, what are you doing? Fortified church. Going for monks, collecting some relics. Also going for militia and arms. So yeah, I need to remove villas here that already have this castle as a target. Understood. Huns finally make it to Castle Age. Ballista Elephant being made by the Khmer. Meanwhile, we've got monks here for Naga. They are collecting the relics. They're going for a boom, which is exactly what you would expect on Michi. Naga's probably one of the best at it for booming. So that should be all good there. We have a Ballista Elephant wandering forward. We've got siege being made by Brightspark. And what we're answering now is a question of, did Bandit manage to fix his Ballista Elephant bug? The fact that it's shooting is a good sign. And he's stuck. Come on. Well, there we go. It's fallen flat on its face. It has trees within minimum range. The Ramsay are blocking it. The Khmer are having... They were actually late gain a boar. They should be producing more Ballista Elephants. But it looks like, yeah, they've got an issue with food. So that's holding them up. So, yeah, elements of surprise gone there. And I think that's pretty much a good symbol of Brightspark's set for this one. We do finally get another Ballista Elephant on the way. Hopefully that will clear this guy up in terms of minimum attack. It should run up the back here and try and shoot. We'll see him wander up in a bit. Meanwhile, Naga's doubled pretty much the villager count. Oh yeah, Ballista Elephants won't have it. So it must just be attacking... I don't know, it must be attacking a tree it can't fit to. I'm not sure. We'll see if this guy shoots it. I do have some backup script in here which moves the target area backwards. But yeah, this is over. How disappointing. It may correct itself eventually, but we'll keep an eye on Naga for now. With it being Michi, I think the play had to be... Oh no, they are cutting now. The play had to be something other than boom, because Brightspark would always lose. So I figured, why not give it a go? Meanwhile, Brightspark has been massing warrior priests. We got a load of vills here for Naga. We're coming up to over double. And we're saving a decent amount of res for each of these as well. 4th TCs are going up. And Naga should be approaching Imperial Age in not too long. We've seen the Persians definitely get to that point. So they may have. So yellow is the first actually to click to Imperial Age. Red is the same. And this needed to happen about 5 minutes earlier. Oh, we've also got another problem here. We actually have a hole and another forest over the top. I don't know whether these elephants will actually cut through that second forest. We shall see. There's a lumber camp by the side of it, so that they should at least shoot at it. He's trying. So close, yet so far. So yeah, weird forest generation there as well. Also not helping, so these will stick around. So Naga has all day. The conversions begin. Naga has reached Imperial Age. If this had gone through, there would have been an 100 military difference here. They have started attacking again. They will eventually get through, but Naga is fully boomed. It's triple the villagers. It's crazy. Naga could lose all of these villagers and it wouldn't matter. Naga should make military. It's already getting its upgrades, it's getting onager, it's getting cavalier. You can see the military number is actually rising, not lowering. The rams will come in here and attack whatever buildings they see. Once the castle gets seen, the rams will approach it. More units from blue. The ballista elephants will still keep being produced as well. And yeah, military count creeping up here for Naga. Red will get hurt here a little bit, but purple, orange, yellow getting time to build up their armies and prepare a counter-attack. But let's see how far this push can go. These guys should be committed to Castle Age. We've gone from having 100 military difference to just double the military difference. And that is very quickly changing. We should see a ton of Halbs come soon. Or Elite Janissary. Elite Janissary's coming in here. Very nice. And here they are. Cavalier. Mamelukes. Elite Mamelukes. We've got two-handed swordsmen, Castle Age two-handed swordsmen coming from the Armenians, but they're just trickling in at the moment. They've got a secret load of rams coming up here. They're mostly garrisoned. But yeah, this has been pushed back. And I think we know what happens here. 26 warrior priests. I think they're all in those rams. Yeah, I was hoping the cut would have been a bit sooner. I think just to at least put up a bit more of a fight. But four fully boomed Nagas here should end this at some point. But at least it chopped through. It's painful, but it did get through. Meanwhile, Naga's very kindly using the cut that's been made to try and counter Bright Spark here. We get a conversion here, but these are Castle Age monks, and they are Hun monks as well. So not the best for this. But they are pushing back a little bit. But Naga has the military lead now, so as well as the eco lead. Green did get pushed off here. And we should find all of these units focus up here. Wow, attacking with the Trebs. Brutal. Hun monks. I thought monks had a low score for Huns. There we go. Military numbers evening out a bit again. Naga's taking the military lead, but the Bright Spark keeps producing. But these are Castle Age units, and Naga's not really fully moved forward yet. So, still producing in the background. I think the conversions are helping somewhat level the numbers. But Faith is being researched, so Naga is going to deal with that. And yeah, these are great late game serves. Did we get elephants? We got a ballista elephant apparently for the Persians. No Savar. It went light cav. I suppose it's detecting the monks. So you got Persian light cav there. More conversions. Pikes versus camels. Naga needs to scout a building, so we just need to stop him from scouting a building. I'm interested to see actually. Promi, what was your arena civ pick? I'm assuming here Bright Spark will lose this. I'll be pleasantly surprised if it wins. Yeah, what was your... It was Bengalis. So Bright Spark's arena civ was... I was stuck between Bulgarians for the crap host drops, Malay for a castle drop into just Karambit spam into your base, or Turk fast imp, hand cannoneers and bombards, and I went with Turks in the end because of the extra 5% gold gathering that they just had. I thought maybe that fast imp would be a bit more deadly, so I think Bengalis would have handled that well. Elephant archers. He would have both fast imped. Very nice. Monks and Trebs. Very good. Oh yeah. I don't know if the hand cannoneers attack before you get the Theocracy. That would have been interesting. But we can see here, Naga now starting to push back. I think actually, yeah, there's an Onager there. Onager's doing great work. They will gradually push forward, and Brightspark is going to now start sending its villagers forward to attack the rams. It's a little eager here, but this will hurt what little of Brightspark's eco there is. It finally does decide it's going Imperial H. Warrior Priest will come in here, but with Faith, it's actually Naga that's going to start doing the converting now. And as soon as one of these TCs gets seen, they're all going to come charging through. But we can see warm colours coming through the cup there. Uh, 5 TCs, yeah. Naga 5 TCs. "40 ballista elephants." I find, as a human player playing against ballista elephants, they are terrifying. But whenever I see ballista elephants in an AI fight, I always find they don't feel like they hit as hard as they should. We got 43 here, and actually, bombard cannons and hussars will probably cut them down eventually. Naga is, I guess, culling its villager count now to make room for military. So we can see here we do have Savar in the end, so Savar over elephants. We've got the Janissaries are awesome. We've got a couple of trebs, loads of siege, bombard cannons. So we will see these buildings start to melt. AIs are immune to psychology. Yeah, that's probably it. Man, these conversions. So, as Naga goes to finish off this game, it does mean that Brightspark is going to be eliminated from this one. Kind of got mixed feelings about that. On the one hand, pretty gutted, particularly at today's performance. Brightspark can do better than that. And I feel sorry for viewers that they didn't see Brightspark at its full strength here. But as a tournament host, I could say I'm somewhat relieved that all I have to focus on now is streaming the games rather than fixing bugs ready for a semi-final and a final. So there is a bit of relief that's in that. Super pleased for Promi as well. Naga had a really rough group to get through. Thoroughly deserved to get to this quarterfinal, and yeah, I'm glad that he's able to stay in this tournament a bit longer. At least it didn't go 0-4 like in Fen Crazy. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I was more prepped for this one though, so I guess that's why it's a bit more disappointing here. But we'll keep going. I've got some fun new builds I found while setting up for this tournament. So we'll definitely be looking to add those in. But yeah, this means Naga is going to be so prepped with the time you had. So at least there's that, yeah. Naga goes against Games God next, and Illuminati goes against Definitive Edition AI. So both Illuminati and Naga will be going against. I'm making an assumption on Games God. They'll be going against opponents that will be randoming often into their civs, which again can be a bit mixed. I'm going to speed this up so you can move on quicker. So yeah, you've got random opponents. Illuminati versus DE is going to be a corker. It's going to be a really good fight. Games God, really resilient, but will it be able to do enough damage to Naga before it fully booms? We'll find out. So it'll be interesting as well what maps get chosen for that. Wow, fortified churches, hello. Oof, that's sickening. So much. This is, as a human, this is what I'm used to seeing when I play against Naga. Um, just an endless swarm. Um, and yes, all of you guaranteed to play at least 2 more sets because the losers of the semi-finals will also be playing for third place. The elephants finally get made. Elite War Elephant. The third place one there was basically to, I know on the tournament tracker, different AIs get points for their positioning. So I wanted to make sure that anyone who got a third place at least, got their tournament points for any seeding. Congratulations to Naga. It is 3-1. So solid performance there, or a solid win for sure. I think we both maybe have a bit of edits to make, but Naga boomed, and particularly on Michi here, absolutely dominant. The Khmer cut, although it was a bit late, there was a load of army going in for one of them, and Bright Spark didn't even, uh, you know, make much of a mark on red. The others were swift in there to help. Yeah, I think these games could have gone differently. I like the fact that whenever I play against Naga, I never quite know how that's going to go. But let's go ahead to our brackets, and let's move this on. 1, 3, and it is Bright Spark that gets eliminated, which means Naga faces Games God Illuminati Definitive Edition AI. So, Aleph, Promi, and Games God, if you're tuning into this, and maybe Offro if you're working on the Definitive Edition AI, you have until the end of Friday this week, and that's 11:59 GMT, to make any updates that you want and submit them to the forum. I saw, Aleph, you already did some updates and posted them. So if you end up doing any more, I'll download the latest one that you do. But if that's it, then great. So the what I'll also do. So the semi-finals I'm aiming to do on Saturday. So I've got the day off. I'll be trying to get drafts done relatively quickly after the deadline. So I'll ping a message out. But if you can just be alert for your drafts on that one, the format is exactly the same as the quarterfinals. So best of 5 that way. I will ping a message to Games God in advance to make sure he is prepped, because we're not messaging via the Discord at the moment. It's via the forum. But yeah, just be ready with any kind of picks that you're making. Have them in mind so we can come back quickly and get the games run. We'll then have a third place fight for the losers. There'll be no updates for those AIs, so they'll play as is, and that will be on the Tuesday following. And then on Friday after that, so that's Friday the 19th, I believe. Oh yeah, and D is a random AI, yeah. And yeah, final was happening on the 19th. So again, it's a bit of a longer set. Got the day off for that one, so I'll be able to start that one a little earlier and get a best of 7 done. But looking forward to seeing what happens here. With the final, you only get your initial bans, and then you're playing. Then it's just a case of ordering of what maps you play. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on there. But folks, thank you for tuning in on this. Congratulations to Promi. And congratulations to all who've made it through to the semi-finals. A big thank you to Toby and Rorik as well, for Toby for your multiple AIs, putting on some great fights as well leading up, and for Right for Silvertongue for putting up such a good fight against Games God and making me stream for 4 hours straight. Thank you. Having a load of fun, and look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.